No, he's not feeling good, so he asked me to do it. Either me or Cheryl, but
Are we going to
Did he go home?
sing a song, Pop, or are we gonna just go right into our meeting?
Well, I just thought we'd start off like usual and just, after the greeting, we go ahead and do the business meeting.
Okay.
They're quiet, so they're.
Where's moving the rest of them out of your class?
Do what?
Where's somebody out of your class?
Well, I'm beginning to wonder about that.
what number is that?
177.
Morning, Roy. Morning. There you go. Kick it a few times. Wouldn't be no worse than a dog.
Yeah, the dog keeps, last night, one of them wacky with the snake. That hurt.
You ready to start?
Was that what we're starting with?
No,
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
playing it. You wanna start with, 359?
Okay.
Did the other two go away?
Allow me to flip it to the book. I know this song. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made.
Reading
Yeah.
time?
I forgot about that.
Now because it's just you, it didn't make any kind of support. I had one of those.
Nope.
Music stopped. Musical chairs.
Janelle and I aren't in it.
Wow.
Sister telling sister.
Yeah, okay.
Had to talk about buildings, you know, come on.
Announcements, Sunday school is Sunday morning at 10, morning worship at 11, our afternoon service at 5:30. And Wednesday night prayer meeting at 7. And we had the biggest group this last Wednesday evening that we've had, even though we didn't have 100% of the ones I thought would be there, but you went and broke your foot that
We
night.
talked about that time. And y'all were dying to get out of coming. I know, well, I had to go get the dog and then y'all were breaking up when I came back, so everybody was leaving, so I was just.
Do we have any other announcements?
We're not doing the song service at the nursing home today.
Miss Leda told us that the, air conditioning's out in the kitchen and dining room area down to, so
Been eating in our rooms for 3 days now.
our service has been postponed down there instead of this afternoon. We'll, if we have one before next month, we'll try to let everybody know.
Should we talk the Fun Night Day change?
Yeah, Fun Night's gonna be the last Saturday and not the fourth Saturday. I got a little carried away with the last Saturday, so, fourth Saturday, or no, fifth Saturday. And it'll be at the pool. I rented the pool from
At
6
6
to 8.
o'clock.
Yeah, 6 to 8. We thought about pizza or sandwiches, whatever y'all,
Wherever you feel like bringing.
yeah. There's something easy to eat, easy to have laying around. So, we eat it with our hands and napkins and, anyway.
Is that all the announcements then? Let's go ahead and do our business meeting and get it out of the way then. So with that, I will, open
How many you wanna do?
We'll just do a couple.
That's up to y'all.
Cause it's 11:22 right now, so. Anybody have anything they wanna sing particularly?
5:16.
5:16.
Oh, 5:16, y'all should probably know this one without a book.
Daryl does.
When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound, and time shall be no more, and the morning breaks eternal, bright and fair. When the saved of earth shall gather over on the other shore, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, when the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. On the bright and cloudless morning, when the dead in Christ shall rise, and the glory of His resurrection share. When the chosen ones shall gather to their home beyond the skies, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, when the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. Let us labor for the Master from the dawn till setting sun. Let us talk of all His wondrous love and care. Then when all of life is over and our work on earth is done, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, when the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there.
One more song, anybody wanna sing? Could be the offertory.
How about we do that 177 like you were playing earlier?
Oh, okay.
I like that song.
Good song, 177.
Should we sing it once or twice?
Do it twice.
Okay.
This is the offertory?
Yes,
Jesus, 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 there's something about that name. Master, Savior, Jesus, like the fragrance after the rain. Jesus, 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 let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings and kingdoms will all pass away, but there's something about that name. Jesus, 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 there's just something about that name. Master, Savior, Jesus, like the fragrance Let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings of kingdoms will all pass away, but there's something about that name.
Lord, we just want to thank you for letting us be in your house today, Lord, to worship you. Lord, let us go out this week and help people and work on them to get them to come to church, Lord. Lord, just be with those that didn't be with us this week, Lord. Let them return to us next week. Lord, just take this offering and have a seat. Do as you see fit. In your name, amen.
We're going to have all who's here. Let's go.
We don't have time to sing.
Okay.
Yes.
Go talk to you.
Daryl can talk.
Oh, so I'm already up.
Unless somebody wants to sing, somebody really wants to sing in your heart, you feel like you gotta sing.
You guys get to hear me working. I'll be brief this morning, just like I don't talk that much. I do at times. I'll start by saying this. Happy to see all of you here. Who's here? I got a question for you guys. Sometimes there'll be things that's going to happen when we're tired and we don't feel like doing something. It happens to us. How does that make us feel? And you guys are sitting there looking at me, where's he going? Here's where I'm going here this week. I'll just start with my story. I have something that I'm doing, a project, and it's been going on for about 3 weeks now. I haven't gotten it done. It's a shed that we're hoping to build. We've not gotten this shed complete, and it's been an ongoing project. It seems as if everything I've tried has gone wrong. But hey, this week has been hot, right? So we've been working on it. We're working, and I got tired. I said, Michael, let's go over to the store. I'm tired. I got to have something to drink. It was an excuse. I was tired. Seemed like everything was going wrong. So we headed up the store, and I'm stalling time because I'm tired. It seems like nothing was going right. And here's what happens in our lives sometimes when things don't go how we have it planned. Seems like it's not fair, right? Why is this happening to me, Lord? Why am I being put through this? Sometimes there are going to be things that are going to happen in our lives or for somebody else's good. Let me say that again. There are going to be things that will occur in our lives for somebody else's good. Here's what I'm saying. There will be times the Lord will take you and He will use you for His good. As I speak, sometimes the word's saying. For me, for years, that has been an awful thing, an atrocity. Lord, why did you make me bear this cross? But He has found a way that it is now being used, as it always has been, but I didn't understand it. It didn't make sense, but it's being used for His good. Here's where I'm going with that. The Lord has something for us all to do. He has a plan for our lives. Often His plan is not our plan. So tell me what happens when that occurs. You can do one of two things: accept His plan, so I'm preaching His plan for my life, or you can reject it, as I did for years. I can't preach. I'm not going to go up there and do that. I can't. But here's what I found: if we will accept His plan, it's going to work for our good, but it's not going to just work for our good. It's going to work for the good of other people. The Lord hung on the cross, why? For the good of other people. That being who? Us. And in turn, He expects us to what? All of us have a cross to bear for his good. It being what? The love of mankind as well as our neighbor. We are to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Here's where I'm going. This week I was down and got hot. And these holes they aren't straight. I saw your dad and you fixed the fence. Our holes aren't that straight, and that fence looks good. Ours don't look that good. The shed don't look that good. But it takes time, and we're getting there. Here's my point: is we broke it, and I hit it up here, and I was hot and tired. I was frustrated, and I seen some folks as they drove up beside us in this car, and these folks hopped out and hit it in, and they headed out, and I could see that things weren't going that well for them. So I asked the guy, I happened to see this car, and I have a car down here that has quit, but on this car it has some tires on it. And I've looked at these tires, and I don't know what these tires would fit. I've looked at them. I said, I bought these tires a while back, and they're still good tires, but Lord, I don't have anything these tires will fit. And I've looked at these tires. They're good tires, but they don't fit anything. And these folks was in a store hit at it, and I look over at their car, and these tires are bald. And there's small kids in here with them. There's 4 kids. There's one about this tall, and he's about this thick. And he's got my heart. He has me. I'm in. And he has on a pair of shorts, and he's not wearing a shirt. And he's a thick kid. And he heads in the store, and he heads out. And he's so happy to where it's unreal. He's just hopping around. He's on top of the world. It's hot out, and he went in the store, and he heads out playing. He didn't do anything. And I thought, that's not right. That's just me. I said, I got a small son who's about that same size and thick. And I said, but he's happy. He's on top of the world. And I look at the car, and I see these tires, and I said, God, I've got some tires who will fit that car. In fact, I got a car that looks just like that. They'll go on that car. If you want these tires, I will let you have these tires. So we head on to and it's hot, and I'm tired. And I'm on this shed, and I'm not through. But I said, I got to have a break, so we help him with these tires. This small kid, I watched this kid. There was 4 small kids. He played and played and played. He got tired. And I said, put him in the shade. His arms got red. He's still happy. And after a while, he got real hot. Really hot. The class, they can't regulate their body temperature. I learned something. Put him in the shade. Here's his mom. He's in the shade. He won't stay in the shade. I said, I've got one about the same age. He as well won't do what he should. But we kept working. We got on these tires. This guy says, I've got some drills, man. I'll let you have these drills in return for these tires. He said, when somebody's doing right, they should be blessed. And I want to bless you. I said, God, I want your drills. He said, I've got to do something to help you for these tires. I said, you have all blessed me. I have been blessed. So we get through, and this small kid, he's hot, y'all. He's had all he can take. Mom, I'm hot, and his arms is red, and I'm thinking, we got to do something. So we finally get on these tires. It took 4 of us to get off these tires. 4. That's how slow we are. But we finally get off the tires and stuff, and then here's what this woman says. Well, she says there's not enough God-fearing folks in the world. There's still some, but there's not enough anymore. And she looks at me and she says, I want to pray before we go. These tires are open. I see, we're happy to get these. The small kids were saying, look at the car, it stands up, and the tires, what they had on the car was bald. And they've been to 4 states. They've been way up north. They've been here, they've been there. Everywhere they went, they to stay with their family. And they said they stay. They had nowhere else to go. The Lord, I'm so happy that He's not like that. No matter what we've done or what's happened to us, we're still with Him. But sometimes things happen, folks, it's beyond our control. And I could see how this situation was going. So after we get on these tires, and she prayed. I was so happy she prayed. As she prayed, I could feel the Spirit of the Lord. Now let me stop for a second. These people didn't ask me for anything. They pulled up beside me. I could hear the Lord. And I looked over at the car and tired and said, and they didn't ask me for anything. They didn't ask for help, but the Lord told me to intervene and help. So after we got through with these tires, it was not a small kid, man. He was hot. And I said, that little fella needs something cool. And I gave him some money from our church. It wasn't much, but I gave him some money. I said, why don't you take him up there and get him something cool? Now at this time, I'm hot as well, and I as well need something cool. But I had a few chores I had to do, and me and Michael had got through, and we had walked up at the store. And I could see him in there buying something. Each kid went in and got him a small thing of ice cream. Now there are some folks who say, if they needed money or whatnot on hard times, why did they need ice cream? I learned in the class, small ones don't regulate their body temperature well, and if they've gotten hot, what do they need to do? Get cooled off. What does ice cream do? Cool them off. But here's where I was blessed. Here's where I was blessed. All of those kids, the first time they went in the store, they didn't eat anything, and they weren't upset. Hey, they weren't crying. Hey, they weren't whining. But the second time, when they went in the store and they came out, they had ice cream that was bought by the church. And that small kid, I wish you could have seen the smile on that little guy's face with his ice cream. And here's where I'm going. Often, guys, it's going to seem like it's something small to us. And oftentimes it is. Helping put those tires on, I was already tired, it was hot, and I was frustrated, but I had to have a break. But I'm happy we stopped and did what we did, because to see that little guy's face after just having some ice cream. Now, there are going to be folks saying, it's not that big, that's not that huge, it's not this. But I want to say this because there's some folks here, and I as well, I didn't understand. Sometimes you will go through things for somebody else's good. I was at the store, and I'm going to close with this. Because he had to speak. I have a friend in town, I've watched him, he's a hard-working guy. And I've watched him, and I've told Michael several times, he needs a chance, he needs a shot. If somebody would give him a chance, a shot, he'd be fine. I was at the store, I was up here last night, and he walked up to me, and I've been on this guy for a while. I said, but I don't know how to get him going. He walked up to me, he said, did you pass that test? And I didn't hear what he said. And he's heading up, and he's got his head up now, big old smile on his face. Did you pass that test? I said, what did you say? I couldn't hear him. He said it for me, but I see his big smile. Did you pass that test? And then it clicked. I see you talking about that national registry. I said, yeah, I did. He said, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. You don't know. It's time. He said, I'm going to get in school. I got this class I want to take. He said, but after hearing about you, and I've known you forever, he said, it's time we all get started. He said, I got a test I'm going to take. I'm going to pass my test. Here's my point. There are some people here who are going through some things that don't make sense. It seems hard. It seems difficult. Lord, why am I going through this? Why has my life been shaken up, interrupted, and changed? Here's my message to you this morning. You take what has happened to you and you run with it. The Lord has a purpose. No matter what happens, no matter how dark it may now appear and seem, it's for God's good. He will take it and use it for his good. How do I stand before you and say I know that it's true? That's why I'm up here speaking. People often look at me and say, if he can do it, I can. The Lord will use it for his good. But let me say this, if you will accept what has happened with you, if you will take it and if you will run with it and use it for the Lord, you will be blessed for it. Here's what we have to do, and I'm going to close with this. He says it often, and he says it frequently. And I laughed after that guy said that, because there's so many times me and Michael have talked back and forth about this guy. you don't know who sees you. You don't know who looks up to you. What you don't know who's finding hope in the things that you're doing. That's why it's so important, like he says, how you carry yourself and what you do is so vitally important. Because somebody sees what you're doing. Even when you don't realize that they see what you're doing. Often there's somebody way over there who you don't have a clue that are looking to you to find hope in the Lord. If you handle it right, it's going to impact somebody else. I'm going to close with this. If you can live your life in such a way, in such fashion to help lead somebody to Christ, then what has happened? The only thing that's going to exist in this life after we're gone is what? The good that we've done. The folks that we've helped, what lead to Christ. If you can live your life in such a fashion to lead somebody to Christ, then you have done what? We've done what he has asked of us. We are to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. Now I'm going to close with this. Because time, I can hop up here now and I can't shut up. I don't have enough time. He's that good. My point is this. If you accept what he has for you, you will be blessed for your lives will change. But here's what we can't do. And I ask this of each and every one. If you don't look at things that don't work how we had it planned. Because Lord knows I didn't plan this. I went to school and I worked hard and I did all the right things. I had a degree in business administration. I was going to work somewhere in a faraway bank. That's what I had planned. But that's not what God had planned. And here's what I found. I have found more joy in what he had for me than what I would have found in doing what I planned on doing. Because if I had done that, I wouldn't be doing this. And I wouldn't be near as happy as I am. My point is this. The Lord knows what is best for us, but we have to accept that which he has for us. So as you go about your way this week, I'm going to close with this. The things that we do are important. And no matter what you're doing, if it's good or if it's bad, you're impacting somebody else's life. Thank you for your time.